Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. 2 videos in 2 days. Well, that's a record, isn't it? Now look, at the end of the day, obviously there's so much to talk about today, but some of it is just... Laura Loomer, she won her GOP nomination. Well done, Laura Loomer. Well done, well done. She's now up against the Democrats. I might do that as a separate video for later. Well, keeping eyes on it, so we'll see how she goes. But also, we're going to cover the Democratic Convention, because that cringe-infested, cancer-ridden spit stain, it is just a gold mine right now. It's the Democratic Convention is so boring, cringe-infested, and cancerous that my spleen burst out of my back, alien style, and ran away, claiming, "I'm never coming back." It's that bad. It is that bad to watch. I watched that music video that goes for like 5 minutes. I felt like playing on a highway. It's that bad, okay? I'm joking, obviously. But at the end of the day, no. We have a winger. Ding, 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 ding. Goodyear decided to step up and said, "Democratic Convention, you want cringe? Let's do this. Let's hold my beer." Goodyear under fire for discriminatory zero tolerance policy. Just to all the companies out there, if you're going to go through and discriminate against someone, you might want to make sure your employees don't have a phone to record it. But let's jump into it. So, Goodyear has been receiving some heat on social media. Some heat? Some heat? Probably an understatement, but we'll keep going. Most recently from President Donald Trump, after an employee shared a photo of a slide appearing to show the company's zero tolerance policy, saying it's discriminatory. The photo shows a slide that employees said was present during a diversity training at the Topeka plant, but was provided by the company's headquarters in Ohio. The employee's name has not been released, and they spoke to WTVY on a condition of anonymity over fears they could lose their job. The photo of the slide, which appears to be Goodyear's tire and rubber company slide, lists as acceptable and not acceptable under the zero tolerance policy. Now, under the acceptable, there's Black Lives Matter, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, pride, LGBT. Under unacceptable, there's Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, mega attire, and political affiliated slogans or materials. According to Goodyear Tires, a mega shirt is a zero tolerance hates something, but Black Lives Matter is allowed. Says Cernovich on Twitter. On August 19th, Trump added his voice to the criticisms of the company, tweeting, "I don't buy Goodyear tires. They announced a ban on mega hats. Get better tires for far less. This is what the radical left Democrats do. Two can play the same game, and we have to start playing it now." And I agree with him, and we'll talk about that in a sec. Don't buy Goodyear tires. They announced a ban on mega hats. Get better for the blah, 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 blah. Employee who posted the photo said, "If we're talking about equality, then it needs to be equal." Goodyear issued a statement. The employee who shared a photo told WTVY, "If someone wants to wear a Black Lives Matter shirt in here, then cool. I'm not going to get offended about it. But at the same time, if someone's not going to be able to wear something that's politically based, even the furthest stretch of the imagination, that's discrimination or discriminatory. If we're talking about equality, then it needs to be equal. If not, it's discrimination." I like this guy. Seems to have a brain on his head. Goodyear has not confirmed whether the slide was issued by the company's headquarters, but spokesman Melissa Malacco provided a statement to WTVY. So this will be good. Goodyear is committed to fostering an inclusive and respectful workplace where our associates can do their best in a spirit of teamwork. As a part of this commitment, we allow our associates to express their support on racial injustice and other equality issues, but ask they refrain from workplace expressions, verbal or otherwise. In support of political campaigning for any candidate or political party, as well as other similarities, forms of advocacy that fall outside the scope of equality issues. Now, at the end of the day, if they want to make an argument for Donald Trump or the MAGA hat, okay, maybe you can argue that's political. But blue lives matter? All lives matter? How is blue lives matter any less political than black lives matter? If you're going to allow black lives matter, then you have to allow blue lives matter. If you allow black lives matter, you have to allow all lives matter. That's the fact of it, right? If you want to argue that the MAGA hat is a political campaign, fine. But don't come at me with allowing Democrats in there for a start. And even if you do want to make that campaign, that MAGA hat into a campaign, a political campaign, fine. Why are you still blocking Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter? How are they any less or more of a political campaign than, for example, Black Lives Matter? They're the same thing. Blue Lives Matter is about police force lives matter. Black Lives Matter is about racial justice. It's about black lives. All it is, it's literally a couple of letters changed in the slogan even. So, yeah, if you want to sit there and claim that the MAGA hat is political, fine. Right? Yes, it's part of Trump's campaign. But that doesn't mean that you're excused for blocking All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. Also, here's a question. What tyres do the police force use? Because I tell you what, if they're Goodyear, don't know if they're going to be renewing that subscription. Just saying. But anyway. Goodyear began trending on social media as many slammed the company for its policy. Many people took to social media to criticize the company's controversial political policy, and Goodyear and the hashtag boycott Goodyear began trending. Author and pro-Donald Trump operative Carl Hebert posted, "Hey, at Goodyear, care to explain this out of your Kansas plant? If it's true, I'll never buy another Goodyear tire." Blogger Matt Walsh wrote, I don't know if you call him a blogger, but whatever. "This is outrageous. We are conservatives and need to get our average. We need to get our aversion to boycotting." Sorry, the word's broken up, made it sticky. Which I share. Goodyear shouldn't get another dime of business for us. Conservative commentator Ben Shapiro wrote, "Absolute absurdity. If businesses are going to deliberately enter the political realm of the best of the wokest cliche, then everyone else will have loud boycott in response to establish mutually as assured destruction." Radio host Paul Joseph Watson? Radio host? Whatever. Radio host Paul Joseph Watson posted, "The notion that expressing support for Black Lives Matter isn't a political statement is absurd," which I would agree with. I would say that Black Lives Matter is a political campaign. What I was simply saying about the MAGA hat was that even if you did not consider Black Lives Matter a political campaign, that still does not obviously go through and change the fact about Blue Lives Matter or All Lives Matter. Many say that they would boycott Goodyear chairs as a result of blah, blah, blah. One person wrote, "Thanks for my decision earlier. Now I don't have to consider Goodyear as an option at all." Law enforcement today posted a slide has been leaked from the Goodyear, which loves selling tires to police officers, telling workers what they can and can't support. And this is unbelievable. In fact, many comments point out that Goodyear tires sell tires to police department through the country, and added that zero tolerance policy may not be well received by those departments. We're going to talk about that in a sec too. According to Goodyear's government sales website, the company is a recognized leader of police Chute tires. An article about the controversy in Law Enforcement Today reports that Goodyear tires are the tire of choice of the majority of the new manufactured police vehicles. Some people expressed support for Goodyear after the photo began circulating. They're liberal. They don't even own cars. They're still living at home with their mum, but regardless. Although it appears the majority of the comments on Twitter criticised Goodyear's move, some people posted their support and apparent policy on social media. One user wrote, "It was just about to buy tyres, Goodyear tyres it is, Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 blah." I doubt this guy was about to buy tyres, okay? They're living at home with the mum in their basement. They probably don't even own cars. But regardless. Another user responded, "Awesome, you rock." Yeah, okay, we'll see how that goes for that budget. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. First things first, police. Are you still going to use Goodyear tyres on your police cars? How many cars does the police force own? How many sets of tyres does the police force go through in a year? Goodyear, do you think this might be a bad idea? Just saying. What about all those police cars? Are you going to be okay using their tyres on your police car if they don't support you? I wouldn't. And I tell you what, the vast majority of people wouldn't. And I imagine that nice little contract that Goodyear has with the police departments, might be a little bit dicey right about now. Like, the mega hat, I could sort of understand. It's a political campaign, right? Yes, Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, it's all political, right? I get it. But even if you want to go through and argue that Black Lives Matter isn't a political campaign, that still does not stop them from allowing Blue Lives Matter. That is definitely not a political campaign any more or less than Black Lives Matter. So for a start, there's that. Not to mention the fact that conservatives who have the general stereotype of the pickup truck, wonder how many tyres the conservatives go through. How many tyres of trucks do you think are sold to conservatives? That this is the stupidity of the situation. This is the stupidest thing you could ever do. Goodyear tyres. I have Goodyear tyres on my car right now for the moment. When they come up for renewal, maybe not Goodyear. Might go with another brand. There's one that starts with B. Can't remember it now. And the guy at the Goodyear actually has service departments in Australia. We have Goodyear service departments that do Goodyear tyres. There's $100 a year you're losing from me. Or $100 every few years at the very least, just for the service. Not to mention the $500 or $600 for tyres. You think this campaign might be a good idea? Really? You really want to go there? This is, if I ran a business these days, I would turn around and say to my employees, I don't care what people wear. I don't care what people say in the shop. They're a customer. They come in, they buy what they want, they leave. They want to wear a mega hat, they wear a mega hat. They want to wear a Trump hat, they wear a Trump hat. They want to wear a Hillary hat, they can wear a Hillary hat. I don't care what people wear. You want to walk in with Black Lives Matter t-shirt? Go for it. You want to walk in with All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter? Hell, you could walk in with a Karl Marx t-shirt saying, "Make communism great again," for all I care. That's what I would be saying to businesses these days. Don't get political. You are literally going to end up ruining your business for half the country. And the other half the country, the Democratic side, how many of them do you think own cars? How many of these young progressives that are trying to save the environment, there should be a hint in that statement, how many of them do you think are going to buy tyres? How many of them do you think own cars? Or do you think they might be trying to save the environment and catching trains and buses and stuff? But what's your bright spark idea? Oh no, we're going to go through and we're going to make the half the country hate us. Well, hold my beer. Welcome, job achieved, achievement level unlocked. You're now hated by half the country. Well done. Sorry, choked. Like I said, biggest mistake of your history. Biggest mistake was doing this. You should have just kept out of it, Goodyear. You really should have kept out of it. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next Demand-Size video tomorrow. Have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. And oh, by the way, if you own tyres, let me know in the comments. You're buying Goodyear from now on, or you might stick to like B. It's like Birch or something. I'd have to look it up. We'll have to find out what other tyre company we can use. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming from now on. Sorry, my voice is a little strained. I'm not used to doing these videos. I'm going to be streaming from now on Twitch. We're going to be playing Atlas. Enjoy. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you soon.